Well, g'day everyone, welcome to Older is Optional with Lean and I, where we're just building a community together, just a fun community, and we welcome you as part of our community. Love you to comment on the post so we can get some conversation going, but it's great to have you. It's 1986. It's time you took the kids on a holiday, and you're on the jetty and you're waiting for the boat. The kids are overexcited, you're excited, you're going to board maybe a plane, maybe a boat. And you arrive on the island to this beautiful train, with beautiful surroundings that takes you to the most scenic resort you've ever seen. You can't believe the beauty, you can't believe you haven't seen this place before.
Episode of Brampton Island come out. It's been an overcast day, hot but beautiful. So behind us you can see the resort, and then slightly to the right of me there is the pool, right behind me there, the old pool. And then to the left there you can see the metal from the rail line and some conduits. So that used to run all along the beach here. But it's been washed out part of the way, so we can't follow the line. So if you're quiet, we'll try and sneak in and we'll see if we can get closer to the resort.
Well, we did this in Brampton Island number 1. Please check out our YouTube video of this, and would you please, we really appreciate it, allows us to do this, to subscribe and like, please. We got lots of comments from the last video, and I'd love to go through some of the comments that we had with you today. Sharon says this, she says, "What a waste, such a beautiful island. I had at least 12 holidays there, it's so sad." Pauline says, "So angry that this has been allowed to happen to this beautiful place in our magical part of the world. At least us, the locals, will have our beautiful memories." Maz says, "Oh, it's so sad. I worked there in the 1990s and would go back and work there in a heartbeat." Sandra says, "How very sad. My father was related to the Busserton family, and we had many trips there as children, and later enjoyed many holidays and adults on Brampton Island." Helen says she worked there in the 60s and 70s, and my heart is broken to see what has happened to her. We had so much fun in the pool. To keep the pool clean, they would wait until we had a king tide, clean it, and then wait for the king tide to refill. Once a shark ended up in the pool, and we all went for a night dip, only to feel something around our feet, to find out the next day that it was a shark. There was never a dull moment on Brampton Island. John worked there in 1963, and it makes him so sad to see it now. Faye was there in 64, 65. Michelle says that Arthur was her uncle, and he started the resort, and she lived there and raised her 2 daughters there as well. Lee says, "I went there 18 years ago for my honeymoon and have such great memories of the place." Lovely lady says she spent so many years swimming in the pool, and as a kid and as an adult, and that it was fantastic. Darren says, "Beautiful place." Well, surprise, surprise, Leanne's onto a fish. Talk us through, Leanne, what do you think it is?
It's not something huge, but it's pretty strong. I'm hoping for something red, but it's a little grassy maybe.
No,
oh, it's red.
Leanne's
Nanny.
calling. Oh, she's got a smallmouth nanny. Bring it in the boat, Leanne. Oh, that's a beauty.
Here's another nanny.
Leanne with another nanny. I don't remember the score, Leanne, so...
I'll keep the score in my head. Don't...
Oh, here we go. He's not happy. I think I've got a mac tuna. First one I've caught on this new lure. Wildcat. I've just got to tire him out a little bit. Go on another boat. So quite a nice mac tuna. I'm very pleased with that. Great fish, not much good, but we'll make some tuna. What are we making, Leanne? Mac tuna rissoles. They're pretty good. Oh, here we are. Home for 3 days, 2 nights, Coppermouth Island. That's Brampton the island, you can see in the background. Just put the boat in, just launched it on the sand. It'll be there for about 6 hours, which is a little bit of a pain. That's all right, we'll go set up our camp and maybe have some breakfast and a sleep. See how we go, and I'll talk to you soon. And I've just got my trusty star picket, which I'll put in up there, and as the boat comes in, we'll swing it around. So as you can see, we've got our pole in there, just a star picket, and this rope we follow goes down to the boat, hooks up to the back of the boat, which brings the stern of the boat into the shore, which makes it safe, because if we have bow waves coming over the front of the boat, or bow waves or a storm or anything blows up, the waves come against the anchor. So we'll just see how it goes, keep an eye on it. So just sitting here, having a beer. What a view. I've got movies on my iPad, I've got the footy tonight, and I just haven't moved for about half an hour just looking at the beauty of God's creation. What an amazing evening. So I'm making some boiled eggs, and I'm cooking up some bacon, and we'll eat like kings here shortly. I'm watching a movie whilst I do all that. Does life ever get any better? Does life get any better than this?
Welcome to another episode of Older is Optional. Join with us Endless Seas Fishing here in Paradise. Doesn't get much better.
Shark?
No. Holy moly!
What is it?
Big golden sack. What's really interesting about this golden trevally is that we caught it on a crab. We caught those last week, and crabs have a large lips, and they like to siphon out their prey from the sand. They filter it through their gills, and they eat the crab, shrimp, and mollusks. On top of that, a small fish. I thought that was quite amazing. Nice big golden circle, golden trevally.
Today, me and Billy Bob are going hunting for feral pigs.
Well, welcome to Older is Optional. We are in America. In fact, we've been to Los Angeles, we've been to Arizona, checking heaps of stuff out. And today's my favourite day because today I get to go to my Disneyland. I've always dreamed of going to Disneyland. So come with me as we go to Disneyland. Go in there, I can buy a rod, I can buy bait, I can actually have a flick, there's a lake in there apparently, and then when I'm finished that I can go over there and buy a big boat. 8 hours, I should see it all, what do you reckon? Come with me. Or more, let's go shopping. So look, if money's tight, so if you're struggling to buy a new gun, it's alright, because you can come here and you can get a second-hand gun. Bass Blaster. We have the Whoop Ass one. We have, what else do we have? Anal Angst. We have the Colon Cleanser. We have the Flamin' Fluctuator. And we have the Butt Pucker. Which would you like? Let us know in the comments which one you would buy. So we're inside Bass Pro Shop, which is amazing. Make sure you leave your comments. And we're just about to go into White River, a whole section dedicated to fly fishing. I'll turn the camera around. There's a redneck American in the background. But look at this place. Well, we're finally here. We're on our way. We're going to King Ash Bay to catch a fish. driving 2,500 k's. Let me know if you understand what it is to drive 2,500 k's to catch a fish. Leanne's next to me, and today we're hoping to make it to Cloncurry. Now, it is a little bit intimidating, this trip, 2,500 k's with a boat on the back, so I'm not saying I'm not a little bit pensive or a little bit nervous, because it's a big trip. We arrived into Camp Lake last night about 11 o'clock. We're just out from Charterstown, Chowers. We had a bit of a sleep, just having some breakfast, waiting for the sun to come out to dry some things out. Then we're punching on to Mount Isa. We're coming to Mount Isa, and you wouldn't believe it, the show and the PBR's on. These guys are nuts. Check this out.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars, crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay.
We're about to cross over, and we're staying at Barclay, not far down the road. We're on the Barclay Highway, and it's very arid. We've left Barclay Station, we had a great night there, and we head straight north as we head up to King Ash Bay. We left very early in the morning, and we're good to go. About 4 or 5 hours, we'll see you in King Ash Bay.
Welcome to Older is Optional. We've met Mikey Cunningham here at Cracker Night, Northern Territory, King Ash Bay. We love to see you here one day and catch up with Mikey.
Let's get amongst it.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear. That my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy. And silently, it could build and build until you finally see. Whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all their shoulders, like moving boulders just to get out of the home. It sucks, I've had enough, I don't wanna feel stuck under the rug, all my problems that I shove. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear. That my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until
A queenfish that is a
Queen of Queens.
We got a nice big sweetie here. We've been getting quite a few of these sweet lips, but this one's probably my biggest. I'm not sure it'll rival Ian's, but they do know how to fight, I'll give them that.
We've got your rod.
It's a golden trevally, isn't it? Nice big golden trevally caught on the troll. Having on today 3 barracuda, which is good because he needs some more bait. And he's not and watch some of his sessions in King Ash Bay. But essentially these are rudimentary huts that are built by the crabbers so they don't have to keep coming back each time for fuel and to drop off. So they'll stay in these normally sort of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and back for the weekend.
Out today because the tide is starting to get a little bit low.
Okay. I kissed some rocks yesterday. Where was that? Stretching out off West Island that goes a long way out. Yeah. She's pretty, everything wants to kill you or hurt you out here.
Oh, it does, hey?
Yeah.
How you going, guys? Welcome back to Order is Optional. We're just here at King Ash Bay tonight. We just had the 1st of July, the fireworks.
You want to catch big fish? You want to catch big crabs? You want to have a great time? Then you need to get yourself to the Northern Territory and check out the fishing up here. But before that, and I show you how to do that, let me introduce you to the celebrities of King Ash Bay. What are we doing?
Here for Cracker Night, Northern Territory, and it's 50s theme, 50s, 60s theme. Welcome to Rydell High.
Okay, so this is the non-powered section, commonly referred to as Jenny Flats, and it's quite extraordinary how big it is. It ranges from here about 300 to 400 metres that way to the boat ramp. Every camping setup you've ever seen, there is the $100,000 trucks with the $100,000 caravans. All like
Oh, it looks quite nice. Nice flat sites, some trees around. You can like face to or against the sun, and close to the toilets.
And how were the toilets with the toilet rating from Lynn?
Oh, pretty good. They were better than going to a bush toilet. So no, very good. They keep everything here in really good condition, really nice and clean.
So what are you doing out of 10 for the toilets?
Oh, I would say a 9.
So they're terrible because 10's the lowest, 0 the highest. No, 9 out of 10.
They're very good.
G'day everyone and welcome back to part 4, our last part. Look at that rod go off and you'll notice Leanne rushes to get the rod. I get the camera, she gets the rod. That's why she catches so many fish. For all those people who are concerned that she is a better fisherman than me, that's true, but she races to the rod while I get the camera. It's a race to get Leanne out of the way to catch that fish. Now, Leanne has a big bite and you'll see it let go there. I think that's when the fish lets go and then she snags it in the tail. Leanne's calling a barracuda.
It's moving a lot.
Bones are hard, Leanne's caught it in the tail. There, so it fought really hard. Those Leros are the ones, again, a place called Pelican Island.
Look how big that is.
It's a massive queenie for Leanne. I'm not video. About 2 to 3 metres trolling with that lure. You can see it's been melted like all the others from the barracuda. But we seem to be having great success in about 2 to 3 into 3 to 4 metres, trolling at about 6 to 7 knots with these Alco smaller lures rather than the bigger ones.
Net. Queenie.
It's not the biggest queen fish you've ever seen, but for the last, hour we've been trolling with nothing. So it's been a cracking day fishing. So far, we've been here about an hour and a half, I guess, and Leanne and I reckon we've caught 3 finger mark, about 7 barracuda, and about 5 queen fish, all of reasonable size.
Just left the Gulf out here and we are heading towards Davids Creek, but we're going to take a few inner ones. The idea when you're navigating into the creeks in the lower tides is to look for the blue line in the water and you'll stay on the creek line, otherwise you'll bank yourself. So we've gone through probably 1.5 through down to 0.6 of a metre.
We're trolling through here just to see. So Leanne's onto a barra. It's got to be 55. I'm not sure. Here we go, Leanne with her barra. What a beauty, 58 centimetres. It's a keeper, it's going in the esky. Well, hey, it's Ma and Pa Kettle and it's freezing and we're in Victoria and we've been a couple of places. We want to take you on some paddle boats. We went and had a look at Echuca. My claim to fame is that I was born in Echuca. We're going to look at some paddle steamers, and now we're at the, where are we, 12 Apostles, and it's very, very cold. It is so cold. Come and have a look.
Had some fantastic stories to tell as well. Some of which I can say on the microphone, but most of which I can't. because he spent his life on a slipway where the language is slowly powerful.
A hole in her car. We'll probably get its ability off-road for crawls up there, no dramas at all. Hi, my name's Paul Hicks from Older is Optional YouTube channel. We are going to camp on this island tonight in an abandoned pub up in the island there. Come with me. So welcome to Newry Pub. What'll it be, mate? What can I get you guys to have a drink? Yep. What would you like? Mate, look, I'll have 2 Canadian clubs, please. Yeah, 2 Canadian clubs, mate. We'll have those. Let's have to open them for you. There you go, mate. How you enjoying the view? What do you think of the place here? Oh, spectacular. Cheers, brother. Have a good one, eh? I'm just going to sit back and have my drink here at the pub and look at the view. So I just had some fun there mucking around with the what this used to be, but this used to be the licensed bistro of the original resort. Right, so we've got the tables and chairs, as you can see. I've put my stuff everywhere. That's be where I put my camp tonight. We had the tables there to have your drink around, and there's the bar that used to serve. And if you walk just across here and have a look behind me, that's your view. Absolutely spectacular, isn't it? No one here but me. I'm probably going to put my swag just down here, cooking dinner shortly, and enjoy this drink with me. Okay, here we go. Going to set up camp for the night with my swag. I'm going to do it under the cover here. I think why bother setting up all this cover when it's here already? So we'll set her up and get to bed. So as you know, we're on Newry Island for the night. We camped in the old pub last night. Still great condition, run by National Parks and Wildlife, I should say. This is actually the oldest, or the first resort in the Whitsunday Islands, was for Newry Island. And the first lease was in the 1930s, and then they've had subsequent leases over the time until National Parks and Wildlife took over it about 15 years ago. I have got friends of mine, older friends I will say, that do remember the days in the old pub over there. There's very interesting information on here, some old photos. This is Inner Newry. There's an island just there called Outer Newry, and at Outer Newry there's actually a really old lodge that was built there. When I say lodge, it's at best a timber shed that was built for the fishermen. Just a beautiful place. No one's here, been here by myself. So if you ever get a chance, it's worth having a look. Well, this is it. This is where all the magic used to happen in the 1930s. If you came out to Newry Island and you're a single bloke, there's the pub. There's the bar, the old bar Stillwell there. That's where you would try your best lines to make a connection with a young filly in her full kitted out dress. What a beautiful place that still exists, and thanks to Wildlife National Parks who keep it so other people like you and I can use it. I'd really encourage you to come and have a look. It's amazing. Good facilities, camped under the cover last night, there's toilets here, there's water here, good spot. Okay, so it's not looking the best, but it's a restorer's dream. You could do this up, no worries at all. But in the 40s, if you were single and you were coming to Newry Island, that was the singles quarters. That's where you would be staying. I'm pretty sure the fence wasn't there to keep all the singles in, but it probably wouldn't have been a bad idea. So you can imagine sleeping there at night, going for a great swim with all the girls, taking them back to the pub, getting to know them, having a drink, and then you come back here at night to retire for the more activities the next day. Man, imagine if those walls could talk. Okay, I want you to imagine with me, it's in the late 30s, maybe the early 40s, and you've just married your childhood bride. And you're wondering, where are we going to go for our honeymoon? Well, Newry Island was a really good destination. And what I stand on here, the remains, is of the honeymooners cottage. You would book the honeymooners cottage. Now, I don't think there was air conditioning here. I'm pretty sure there was not. I don't think it was luxuriously appointed. But all you needed on your honeymoon was a good solid bed and a view to look at as you recover. And that's what we have here. So maybe, if you're thinking about getting married, you should book the honeymooners cottage on Newry Island. Maybe bring a swag or a tent because there's no roof anymore, but the view remains the same. And I imagine on your honeymoon, the activities remain the same. So this is the beach where it all happened. This was, you'd come back into the 1930s and this beach would be covered with people sunbaking, enjoying what the North Queensland had to offer. Nearly, well, some 90 years ago. And can you imagine, it's just so beautiful. I can imagine all the people enjoying themselves here, swimming in the ocean with the crocs and the sharks and the irukandji and the tides, having a whale of a time here. But it was a different time then, wasn't it? The crocs and the sharks weren't as prevalent because we used to hunt them, but we don't anymore. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, something in that. Well, this was the beach. You can see the boat moored up there, and just over to my left, over there, is the lodge where we camped last night. But it truly is quite spectacularly beautiful. So this is one of the cabins that you could stay in the 1930s if you came out to the Newry Island with Fred Worcester as the leasee. Now, rumour has it that his sister-in-law was the one and only Annette Kellerman. And if you don't know who Annette Kellerman is, all you men should be thanking me, because Annette Kellerman was the first person to introduce the one-piece swimsuit for the ladies. Rather than the big clunky things they used to wear, she invented the swimsuit. Now, also Annette Kellerman reported in about 1908, 1909, I think it was making $2,000 a week swimming in synchronized swimming events in America. She is probably, in all due respect to all the other ladies, one of Australia's biggest and most successful exports to the world. And the rumour has it when she used to come back, she would stay in this cabin. And I mean, why wouldn't you? Look at the view. And when she stayed in this cabin, she's known for swimming. Rumour has it, she would swim from here to Seaforth, which would have to be 6-7 k's, and back. She'd swim there, 6 or 7 k's, she'd swim there, and then she'd catch a lift back with some local fishermen with supplies. Mate, I wouldn't swim 50 metres out there with all the sharks and crocs, let alone all that way, but she did, and she was quite well known for swimming over and around all the islands in her day off as she enjoyed the time here at Newry Island. Because this is the bay that fronts out the front. This is where lots of people would have swum, and the water's beautiful and clear, full of crocodiles and full of jellyfish and full of sharks, but it's nice and clear. And we can see that there's quite a few boats moored in the calmness tonight, including the Blinken patrol boat, which is just sort of off in its little tinny. It's a reef closure this weekend, so I suspect he's out chasing fishermen. There's quite a few people moored here in the calm. And then we get to this building, quite a nice building. Let's go and have a look and see what's in it. Well, this building was built in the 70s, and this building was built wholly and solely around the view, which you just had a look at. It's got 2 great big windows. Unfortunately, padlocked up, so we can't have a look. Built in the 70s and built around that magnificent view, which I got to tell you, in all due respect, is a spectacular view. Well, here we're in the camping section, quite a big block of land, really beautifully maintained. And behind me, well, it would be a camp area without the obligatory latrines. So you can see in the background there, there's some toilets there, and they do have toilet paper, and they are relatively clean. They do have a few mozzies in there though, but cover up and you'll be right. There's a walk there, 1.8 kilometre sunset walk, where you used to be able to saunter with your lover around to the rocks and watch the sunset in the west. Okay, well, rumour has it that that first lessee, Fred Worcester, who built that building we just looked at, had a window, a spare window that he brought all the way over to the island, but had nowhere to put it. So rumour has it that he built this cabin specifically for that one window. And all the rocks that you see there are rocks that have been collected around the islands, around here on the beach here, across the road there out in Newry, and he built it to fit the window. Fred Worcester was the first lessee of this particular resort, and he built this, hand-built this for people who were down there swimming and playing with all the crocs and all the sharks and the irukandji was swimming there all day. They'd come up here and they would get changed, ready for dinner back in the lodge. Used to have a timber on top of it, and I just can't help but thinking, you know, imagine the frivolity and laughter coming through this place in the 30s, 40s and 50s and 60s. It just would have been heaven on earth. Wow. We're on a fish! You're not going to believe it. It's a dirty barracuda. Well, welcome this morning. It's the most beautiful day out in the water. I'll give you a look in a moment. But Leanne and I today, we're bringing you 5 ways, or 5 steps, I should say, 5 steps to catch more blue tusk fish. It's my favourite fish. It's the most amazing fish. I just love catching a blue tusk fish. Today we're going to go through the 5 steps of how to catch it. Step number 1 is get the bait, which is where we are right now. We're down on the ocean and we're going to catch some grabs. We're going to catch some crabs to catch a blue tusk fish. So you just see in there, that's what they look like. Really good bluey bait. Welcome back to 5 steps of how to catch a blue tusk fish. Now, in the bait system, we've got 2 baits. This morning you saw us going out and we were catching these crabs. You put them on the hook. I'll show you how to do that later, but they're the crabs that we're using. And also the coral prawns. They really need to be coral prawns because they've got a shell, and the tusk fish likes to try and break it open. And you can tell when it's a tusk fish by how they take the bait. So coral prawns and crabs are the best bait for blue tusk fish. Now, we got onto one beautiful blue tusk fish. Just got him, he's starting to lose his colours already, but the most beautiful fish you've ever seen. You can see their tusk, black spot at the top there, and look at their teeth. A lot of people get blue tusk fish or tusk fish confused with a parrotfish. They're not a parrotfish. There's
He wriggles, he's gone.
41 centimetre trout. Look at the markings on it again. Again, if you know, look, he's different again on his front, his markings there. And beautiful blues up underneath here, and look at his teeth there. Yeah, that's a cracker. How big is it, Luke? Do you reckon?
Yeah, it'd be that 39 there. 40. 39.
That's the problem, isn't it? That's the joy.
No way. I'm not sure what to do.
Okay, Luke's onto another big bluey. Is that on the crab or the prawn?
On the prawn.
There he is. Big one.
Really be betting at that hook.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I didn't hear. I reckon we're at 45.
Definitely have me out.
Oh, he's a cracker. I'm going 45. Okay, Okay, so we're out chasing our blueies today. We're aiming for 50 centimetre. This one's 45 and a little bit, but close. We've rounded down to 45 with Luke. We've been really experimenting and really trying to sort this bluey fish out, having a great time out here. What we've come up with, this is the rig we use. Luke, if you want to show us the hook. We get this one from Tackle World Mackay. It's almost like a whiting hook, but bigger in a size 4, straight onto the sinker, and prawns and crab. But that one was caught on a prawn. And what you want to do is have that on the bottom around a rocky structure, not a bommy, but around a gravelly structure. And Luke, when they take it, you know it, because they grab the fish, and because it's got shell on this coral prawn, you want coral prawns, they try to break it a little bit against the rocks, and you can feel them doing it. How do you catch it from there, Luke? What have we found to work? You've got to get them up, don't you?
Yeah, say, not long ago I got smoked on the lighter rod. So I got this big guns out, Stella, with this pretty stick broomstick rod.